Upwork profiles. Every freelancer I've ever talked to thinks that their profile is the most important part of getting hired on Upwork. I've been hiring for a lot of jobs recently on Upwork, and because I've been hiring for a lot of jobs, it means I get to go through a lot of proposals, and those proposals lead me to a lot of profiles. Profiles like the one I'm about to show you right now. Now, I'm rarely going to encounter a horrible profile. Most of them are okay. The thing is, being okay isn't enough to set you apart from the 95% of other freelancers who also have okay profiles. We're going to go through this one together. I'm going to point out what I think isn't working and the few things that are working and what I would change to make it stand out and catch my attention as somebody who hires on Upwork. All right, let's get my face out of the way and get straight into it. In the interest of privacy, I've just copied and pasted the main details from this profile into a Google Doc so we can go through it without the freelancer's picture or you seeing their URL or anything like that. So what do we have here? MBA, Google and Meta Ad Certified, strategy that fuels your growth, $35 an hour. Hi, I'm May, a certified Google and Meta Ad specialist with 5+ years of experience driving campaign success through a strategic approach. I'm not going to read all of this, we'll just skim through it. You can pause the video here and read it if you want. So we have another follow-up paragraph. Here's what you can expect. We have some bullets here. Upwork doesn't allow you to do bullets, but this is the best you can do. Strategic data-driven optimization, business-informed thinking backed by global experience, blah, 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 blah. And our close here is, I'm here to help you achieve real results. I would give this profile a 6 out of 10. Let's take a look at what is working and what is not in this profile. So what's working? The headline is decent. The freelancer is leading with credentials, outcome-focused language. This is already better than 90% of other freelancers. So another thing May is doing really well here is showing proof, and not just proof, but specific proof. So a 1,610% increase in ROAS. Just in case you're not familiar with ROAS or marketing terminology, return on ad spend means, in this situation, if I put $1 into an ad campaign, I'm getting back $16.10. That is printing money, crazy bonanza territory, and any business owner would be thrilled and jumping up and down if they were getting that much return on their ad spend. Of course, this is one recent project, so we're cherry picking results, but there's nothing wrong with that. 44% lower CPA, 650% conversion rates. I mean, these are really strong numbers. I suspect that I suspect that May was coming into a campaign that was extremely poorly optimized and turning it around. But again, it doesn't matter. These are the results that she got. You can't take that away from her profile. The other thing May's doing well, she's not new to the game. You can't see it here, but she has over 1,200 hours logged on Upwork with $9,000 in earnings and jobs still in progress, so her experience level is solid. She's clearly worked across different channels and industries like Amazon, Google, Facebook. That breadth gives her authority if you package it right. Another thing that she does well is listing these specific platforms, which builds trust because clients who are scanning through these keywords will pick them up. Structurally, the profile is very readable. There's no clutter, there's minimal fluff, there's no emoji spam. A lot of times I see freelancers who, since Upwork doesn't really allow you to format your proposals or profiles with bold or anything like that, one of the only formatting tricks that you have is emojis, and it's horrible. It is a horrible experience as a client to go through a profile or proposal that is just littered with emojis like a 12-year-old wrote it. What's not working here? What can May improve? Number one, her hourly rate and her positioning don't match to me. She's claiming to be a high-level strategist with CMO-level metrics, but she's charging just $35 an hour. As a result, you look underpriced and less believable. This is a common red flag for clients. Either you're inflating your results, which I mentioned earlier, or you don't understand your value. Now, getting back to that 1,610% increase. I believe that May did get these results for one of her clients. However, with the context mismatch between her pricing, hours worked, and the results that she's driving, it's a red flag to me. It it creates doubt, and when I feel doubtful about someone, I don't hire them. Second thing that needs work here is, despite its strengths, this profile still reads like a LinkedIn summary. May is talking about what she's done, which, while impressive, is not speaking to the client who is reading this profile. There's no strong hook, there's no customer pain point, and there's no clear promise. Number three, May leads with her credentials instead of something relevant to the client. Saying I'm certified is fine, but the client doesn't really care until they know you can solve their specific ad problem. Start there. The next one is a big deal, but a lot of freelancers miss this. There's no clear niche. Now, when you're first starting on Upwork, it's really hard to niche down. And when I say niche down, I mean picking a specific area to focus on. She's worked across tons of different industries, which is fine. You don't necessarily need to pick a specific industry. However, look at everything on her profile: Amazon, lead gen, e-com, recruiting, chatbots, B2B, and B2C. You're burying potential clients in things that are not relevant to them unless you repackage your profile differently. Finally, let's move on to the CTA. And a lot of freelancers who are not in the marketing or copywriting space wouldn't even call this a CTA. But that's exactly what it is. It's your call to action of your profile. So when someone's reading this is not bad. If you want to see more than just ads running, but a strategic approach to ad campaign management and optimization, that part's fine. I'm here to help you achieve real results. It kind of falls off a bit here. I'm here to help you achieve real results is the kind of sentence that shows up in 10,000 profiles, and I've seen some variation of it dozens, maybe hundreds of times. What should they do next? Message you? Why now? Why you? So here are the key takeaways. May has experience. She's got results. But she's still playing by generalist rules, which is fine when you're starting off on Upwork, but when you're trying to break profit plateaus and increase your rates and work with better clients, this profile is not pulling in those high-paying clients. If you want to stop chasing those $7 an hour legacy jobs and start positioning yourself as a strategic partner who commands top dollar, you need a system for positioning, niching, and conversion. I built Upwork Domination to fix exactly this. It's a full reset on how to sell yourself in a crowded market. If you're like May, then you're one of the rare freelancers who's actually ready for this. This is not an intro guide on how to get your first client, although it will work if you're new to Upwork. Upwork Domination is specifically built for freelancers who are good at what they do but are struggling to break through to the next level. If you'd like to find out more about Upwork Domination and how I write profiles that cut through the noise, then go to nickbandy.com/upwork-domination. Link is in the description and the comments.